One of the biggest storylines when it comes to the court is the fact that the Connecticut Sun are undefeated, and it's largely due to their triple-double queen, Alyssa Thomas. So it's time for today's checklist, where I'll tell you about a player that refuses on the court to be checked, and this one is all about AT. So if you look at this list of players right here, this is the top highest list of people that account for the highest percentage of points scored or assisted on, and she's number 2. Look at the list. It's guards and AT, a point forward. And I'll show you exactly how she's the triple-double queen on the court. So let's head to the court right here, because it starts with rebounding. She is just ferocious. Yes, it's a physical league. Okay, that was a little getaway, but she throws the dime. The Sun, they amount for the second most points scored within 5 feet range, and that's largely due to AT's vision and her tenacity. And speaking of the vision, she leads the WNBA, 8.8 assists a game. Here, the defense is sleeping. I love this misdirection cut, and then you'll get DB on a wide open layup. But this is my favorite part, y'all. It's her signature move. What is it, y'all?
That's the
spin. So you know it's coming, but typically it comes in transition. If she's doing this in the half court, it's crazy. There's a spin. There's 6'8" at the rim. Doesn't matter. AT is too strong for all of that. So again, the Sun, they're seeking their first ever championship this year, and it will largely come due to the engine.
1. This isn't just another trade. It's a game changer that shakes up the entire WNBA. Alyssa Thomas, the heart and soul of the Connecticut Sun, is headed to the Phoenix Mercury, leaving behind a legacy and a huge void. But here's the real shocker. Satou Sabally is on her way to Indiana, forming a powerhouse trio. The ripple effects of these moves will be felt for years, and we're breaking it all down. How do these trades shift the balance of power? Who just became a real championship threat? Stay locked in as we analyze it all. And before we dive in, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for the latest updates on the league's biggest moves.
Been so good today with Bonner playing relative.
Here's Mabry. Thomas leans in and the rebound secured by Thomas. Here's Thomas in transition, able to finish. Indiana throughout the year, when they've struggled, they've looked fragile. As Harrington
has been very, very good on both ends.
They've outscored Indiana's bench 9-0. What a dish. Bomb attempt. Here's Thomas. Bouncing, Burton, finishing. And you can hear the Fever contingent getting loud here in Uncasville. Thomas, nice delivery from Mabry. It's nothing. It's the playoff. Thomas from the elbow. Why not? Thomas again using. Thomas going to work again. 3 to shoot, fading away.
Eliza Thomas shocked, or what just happened? Alyssa Thomas leaving the Connecticut Sun. Nobody saw this coming. Not like this. She wasn't just another player. She was the Sun, their heartbeat, their leader, their unshakable force on and off the court. But once Phoenix slapped the core designation on her, free agency was off the table. Instead, Thomas became the centerpiece of a blockbuster trade that sent shockwaves through the league. Just like that, the balance of power shifted. Now, she's packing her bags for the Arizona desert, teaming up with Diana Taurasi and the revamped Phoenix Mercury to chase that elusive championship. But here's the real question. Did the Connecticut Sun just make a massive mistake? For years, they've been on the verge of something great, always close but never quite sealing the deal. Another deep playoff run seemed inevitable. Until now, losing Thomas isn't just about her stats. It's about her grit, her leadership, her relentless fight on every possession. She set the standard, pushed her teammates, and was their identity. Without her toughness, playmaking, and unmatched defensive versatility, what's next for the Sun? What kind of team are they now?
Don't go point where it be so running forward, drawing play, kind of both running, on some places. Sometimes it's basketball, not every place right there. At what point it's like what we kind of look for and how hard we take to find what they kind of say we're not as crying.
I think you gotta realize that, we didn't get here by ourselves. We got here as a team and moving the ball and, picking people apart. And at this point, yeah, you won it, but we're not gonna get over the hump without using each other. And it was a core display of what Connecticut basketball is about. To come out with an aggressive defensive plan and to only get 3 steals, that's unacceptable. Yeah, we gotta go back to the drawing board and you gotta play people that are gonna come out and be ready to fight.
And then there's Phoenix, a team that desperately needed a spark, a playmaker, a defensive anchor, someone to push their tempo to the next level. Alyssa Thomas checks every box. She's built for their system. But is this enough to put the Mercury on the same level as the powerhouse Aces or Liberty? Or is this just a high-stakes gamble that might not pay off? No doubt, it's a risky move. But if it works, it could reshape the league. And with Satou Sabally heading to Indiana, another game-changer no one saw coming, the WNBA's balance of power is shifting fast. Hold on, there's a move that's got the entire league buzzing. Satou Sabally is coming to the IndianaFever. That's right, this is a game changer. Fever fans have been waiting for something like this, a sign that the team is no longer in rebuilding mode but ready to compete. Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston already made Indiana one of the most exciting young duos in the league, but they needed that extra piece to push them from underdog status to true contenders. Enter Sabally. She's not just any forward. She's a versatile, intelligent, and dynamic force on the court. Sabally can do it all. Stretch the floor, defend any position, and take some of the load off Clark while perfectly complementing Boston's power in the paint.
It would make sense that she would want to go to New York to Liberty to play with her sister. Coming off of a championship, be a perfect fit to that team. And I think she wants to go in a big-time market. I think she is into fashion, if I'm not mistaken. And like I say, her sister was...
Let's be clear. Satou Sabally isn't just a good addition. She's an all-star, a matchup nightmare, and the kind of player who keeps opponents up at night. Her ability to play a versatile inside-out game is exactly what the Fever needed to take things to the next level with her size, shooting, and defensive prowess. Indiana isn't just part of the conversation anymore. They're a serious threat to everyone. But here's where it gets even more intriguing. Indiana wasn't even supposed to have a chance at landing Sabally. Everyone thought Phoenix would swoop in, pairing her with Alyssa Thomas to create their own super team. Instead, Indiana blindsided the league, flipped the power dynamics, and made a bold statement. The Fever aren't just looking to compete. They want it all, and they want it now. The real question now is, how does the rest of the league respond to this? How many ripple effects will this trade cause? One thing's for sure, the Fever aren't just rebuilding anymore. They're crafting something special, something potentially dominant. The rest of the WNBA better brace themselves. The power dynamics are shifting.
Welcome the Connecticut Sun to Boston. The Connecticut Sun have shipped up to Boston in front of 19,000 plus.
They got colors for colors. Harris set the feed. Knocks down.
Put shot is good. Alyssa Thomas has it all going on.
Carrington lays it home. CD guarding you up.
Carrington, hands in the cookie jar.
Bonner, Mabry. Women's sports in Boston is strong.
What stands out most with these recent moves? The landscape of the WNBA is shifting right before our eyes. The Connecticut Sun are reeling, trying to figure out how to move forward after losing their star player. The Phoenix Mercury are taking big risks with their bold moves, but will they come out stronger? Then there's Indiana, which has gone from a promising young team to a legitimate contender. So, who are the real losers here? Connecticut is certainly feeling the heat. They've lost a player who could have helped them chase a championship. Phoenix's gamble on Alyssa Thomas could backfire if they don't build the right supporting cast around her. And let's not forget Dallas, who just watched Sabally leave for Indiana. Now, let's talk winners. Indiana Fever fans, it's time to celebrate. You've just landed a key piece that could help build a dynasty alongside Clark. With Boston and Sabally now on board, the Fever aren't just an exciting team, they're a serious threat. The rest of the WNBA better watch out. With all the movement happening in the league, it's clear the MVP race is about to get intense. Alyssa Thomas, who finished second in MVP voting last season, is now with Phoenix. Will she rise to new heights in her new environment, or will adjusting to a new team slow her down? Then there's Satou Sabally, who'll be playing alongside Caitlin Clark and Aliyah Boston. This gives her more opportunities, favorable matchups, and the chance to put up impressive stats. If Indiana climbs into the top 3, you can bet Sabally's name will be in the MVP conversation. And don't forget Caitlin Clark. She's already one of the most talked about players in the league. And with Sabally on her team, the Fever's rise could unexpectedly put Clark on the MVP radar too. Could we even see a rookie take home the award? History has shown us that anything is possible in basketball. Meanwhile, the Dallas Wings are facing unexpected setbacks.
They're shooting in the paint. 30% the perimeter. Tells you the story. Got it. That helped.
While all eyes are on Alyssa Thomas and Satou Sabally, the Dallas Wings have just taken a tough hit. Losing Sabally means they've lost a key player, and now they are scrambling to find someone who can fill that void. They still have talent on the roster, but this loss stings. Dallas has been trying to build a contender for years, but every time they seem to make progress, something sets them back. First, it was the loss of Liz Cambage, then Arikau Gunball was forced to carry too much of the scoring load, and now Sabally is gone. What does this mean for their place in the Western Conference? One thing's clear, Dallas has to make a move, and fast. If they don't, they risk being overshadowed as teams like Indiana rise. As for Connecticut, how will they bounce back without Alyssa Thomas?
Bottom left, Isaac Barnett signals timeout as Claire Aubrey was watching Charles and Carrington.